All right. Welcome to tonight's call. It's awesome to see you guys on this awesome Wednesday. Okay, so there's a lot of announcements. So get your pens out, your paper out, because there's a lot. So, okay, first things first, we have a new Team Beachbody website that is going to be launching this month. They already launched the Coach Online Office. This is going to be for our actual customers, okay? So that is going to be launching December 11th, okay? So that is something to look forward to. So hopefully people will be able to find things a little bit easier. December 14th is 80-day obsession. This goes on sale. So this is the challenge packs and also the accessory bundles. So those go on pre-sale December 14th. I went in and I was looking at what the challenge packs are, and holy freaking crap, they are doing so many things with this. There's probably like, I want to say 10 different challenge packs. No joke. But the basic one, it's going to be 80-day obsession. The 80-day obsession is only going to be on Beachbody On Demand. So what it is 80 workouts for 80 days. So every single day you're going to be getting a brand new workout, which is freaking awesome. I can't wait. The workouts are going to be 45 minutes to 60 minutes long. So they are longer workouts, which means killer A results. You are going to get a printed guide and workout calendar digital with the eating guide. So everything will be on BOD. You can print it out. You'll also get two sets of Beachbody resistant loops and one set of the strength slides. So I'm guessing the sliders, right? You'll also get portion containers and a Shakeology shaker cup and 30 days of Shakeology. That challenge pack is going to be $170. So they're adding those two loops and those sliders for $10 more. I actually just bought 5 loops off of Amazon for $8. And I get like, I don't know, you could just have people purchase the regular BOD for $60 and then send them the $8 loopy bands from Amazon, kind of just as a little bit more of an incentive. That's kind of what I might be doing. But I will also post this link here too, so you guys can check out the different challenge packs that are going to be happening. I mean, they have one challenge pack. Let me just tell you this. They have one challenge pack that is $430, and you get Beachbody On Demand for a year, Shakeology, and the performance line, and yeah, more stuff in that. So that would be awesome to sell a couple of those, right? But I'll post that link so you guys can just check out the different prices. It's going to, Canada is going to be different. The UK is about the same as the US. And yeah, so there's just different bundles that your customers can purchase. So it's kind of just good to overread those so you can meet your customers' needs. So I'll post that link in Team Fiercely Fit. Okay. Also, a little obsessed. If you guys didn't see my video yesterday, I was actually confused with the little obsessed and the 80-day obsession. Okay, so I'm just going to explain that to you guys really quick. And it also said in the FAQ that little obsessed was going to be launched December 15th, but in my Diamond email that I just received, it says it's going to be released December 20th. So I'm going to go with that. But that's going to be basically like the sneak peek that they did in November. And that's what the little obsessed is. The workouts are only 30 minutes long. They build up to the time that we are going to be launching the 30-day obsession. And so that's just kind of be like the sneak peek. So I'm actually starting my challenge group for the 80-day obsession. I was starting at the 15th. Going to be the 20th. And those people can do those workouts starting on the 20th, and then they can just work their way up to January 15th is when the 80-day obsession is going to launch. Okay. So your people can buy their challenge packs. They can start buying challenge packs on December 14th. You get them added to that group. They do the little obsessed because they'll have full access to Beachbody On Demand. They can do that as a pre-workout, like warm up, getting them, building them up for those 45-minute to 60-minute workouts. Okay. So that's what the little obsessed is. And then the 80-day obsession is the actual big thing. Does that make sense to everybody? Hopefully. I was a little confused, so I didn't know if many other people were as well. Also, make sure you register for Coach Summit 2018. We're going to Indiana. I'm super excited for that. That's going to be happening in June. I don't know the exact date. I should look at that. But it's in June. And then also, if you hit Success Club in December, they are doing, the reward is an 80-day obsession top plus a workout mat. So that's something to work for. So if you help at least 3 people or more in December, they will send you an 80-day obsession shirt, tank top, and then an 80-day obsession workout mat. Awesome. That's so cool. There's also time to earn the $250 if you are a diamond and above. So for this quarter, if you hit Success Club in October, November, and December, you will have the chance to get that $250 in January, which is super nice to get after Christmas. And then also get ready for our next Super Saturday. That's going to be happening January 6th. Felisha and I are actually going to Ottawa, Canada, if you guys haven't seen that announcement. So I will be speaking in Ottawa, and then Felisha is going to be leading the workout. So we're super excited to come up there to the freezing cold Ottawa. I'll make sure I bring my snow boots. But it's going to be super fun, and I'm going to be able to meet a lot of you awesome ladies that I haven't met yet, and then hug the ones I've already met. So I'm super excited for that. And let's see what else. So if you need to find where your Super Saturday is, you can just go to your back online office and go to events and search. I'll also put that link in Team Fiercely Fit as well, so you guys can just go and search for one that's close by. Basically what a Super Saturday is, I'm in charge of the one here in Salt Lake. So if you're in Salt Lake, awesome. Come to this one because we are going to actually have Micah Folsom. She's going to be in the top 10 this year. So we have Jeff Hill coming. We have Josh Coates, and Micah Folsom's going to be speaking. And we also do a live workout. We also watch a live video from corporate. The video is about 45 minutes long. And we just get to learn what's new with Beachbody and all the exciting things that we'll be launching in the next few months with Beachbody. So it's awesome too, because you get to meet also local coaches that are close by, and just get to know them and build a connection with those people. So get to Super Saturdays because they are awesome events. They get you pumped up, motivated. And it's also good to hear from other coaches too, like what works for them, and maybe you apply it to your business. Because honestly, you guys, like, I can give you all my tips and tricks and all that stuff, but everybody's different. You know, my stuff might not work for you guys. So it's good to figure out what works for best for you. And don't be afraid to try new things out. Felisha texts me, she's hurrying. And then yeah, so there's a lot of exciting things. So let's just open it up really quick while we wait for Felisha to get on. Do you guys have any questions about all those announcements that I just announced? I know with the 80-day obsession, there's kind of a lot to it. But I think once you guys see the challenge packs and know that it's only on Beachbody On Demand, it will kind of be a little bit simpler. Like I said, I'm going to be running a big, huge 80-day obsession group. So if you are wanting to be a part of that group, I can add you as a coach to that group. But just so you know, I can only add, I think it's up to 30 coaches, people as coaches in, because I'm doing it on the Challenge Tracker app. I just love that. So if you're interested in adding your people to that, you are responsible for your people. I'm not. But I just love big groups, and it's going to be an 80-day group, even longer, because I'm doing the Little Obsessed. So I'm like, the energy in there, I'm just super pumped up for it.
Can you add me, Crystal?
Yes, just shoot me your emails.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to get, so I don't miss people. So just shoot me your emails in a private message, and I can get you guys added to that. But I am super pumped up for this program. I kind of wish I was in the whatever
Test group.
Yeah. But it's gonna be good. Good. Are you guys excited for it? You guys
super excited.
Awesome. And FYI, if you guys have not done the Brazilian workout, Leandro's secret weapon, go do it tomorrow. You will not be able to walk on Friday.
I tried it. It's terrible.
Right?
Well, good, terrible.
Yeah. I did it Monday, and then I was super sore yesterday, and I did it again today. It's only 20 minutes, but your buns and your legs will, like, I sat down after I got done doing it, and my legs were like wobbling. I couldn't get them to hold still, and I'm pretty good in shape. Like, I feel like I'm pretty well, like, there, but that, like, killed me. Anyways. I'm trying to think if there's any other announcements. There's still a day left to hit Success Club in November. So if you're shooting for that, you got it. You can do it. And any other things that I missed that you guys can maybe help out with? No? Okay. Let's see, where she's at. Is everybody going to Summit that's on here?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I know, I've never been to Indiana, so that will be awesome to go to. Anybody going on the Success Club trip? I know Courtney is. Did you get your plane tickets, Courtney?
No, we're going to book them next week, but I was looking and the prices are still the same, which are crazy cheap compared to what I thought they were going to be.
How much are they for you?
For the two of us, taxes in a little over $1,000.
Okay. That's what it is about for Adam and I.
I thought it was going to be a lot more, so I'm pretty happy with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So fun. It's going to be an awesome. I know Jessica Barabib, she's going to be going to. She's bringing one of her friends. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Cool.
Fun. I am ready for some warm weather.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we haven't gotten the worst of it yet, and I am too.
I know. I like every day I walk outside, I'm like, ugh. And then I had to scrape the frost off my window this morning, so I was even more like, where's summer? And I have leather seats, which I have a seat heater, but it's always cold getting in there. I don't know where she's at. But she says she's hurrying. So what do you guys, let's hear what you guys are doing for the 80-day obsession. Anything like posting about the launch or anything like that, doing a group before it, trying to get people?
What I've done is my lifetime accountability group. I have a lot of people in there who are looking forward to the program. So what I've done is kind of switch that over to an 80-day obsession prep group. And what we're doing is we're doing, well, right now, 21-day fix. We started last Monday. And then as soon as that's over, we're doing the 21-day fix extreme, which will bring us up to, I can't remember the day. And then we'll be doing a little obsessed right until we start the 80-day obsession.
Awesome.
I have it written down somewhere. I don't know what the day
awesome.
is, but.
Are you making it a requirement that everybody has Shakeology for the 80 days?
Anybody who's in that group, because I have so many people in that group, no. But any new people, I think I'm gonna try. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we're gonna try and see. But anybody who's already in that group, who's been in there forever, no, it's not.
That was awesome.
Following along, giving them the kick in the butt they need to get started again.
Yeah. One thing that I did is I emailed all my people yesterday about it, and I sent them the video of the 80-day obsession so they could get like kind of pumped up about it and maybe think about it for the next couple of weeks until we actually start. So that, I don't know, I've actually had a few people that have responded to me. And they actually asked me if the sliders and bands came in the challenge pack, and I was like, no, because I didn't know about the ones that are being launched. But with those people, I can just send them. And you guys, honestly, I've just used paper plates for sliders, and they have worked great. You might just put a hole in them or something and get some new ones, but they work great. And I feel like they're lighter too than, I just use the white, really cheap paper plates. They're lighter than the actual sliders. Felisha, you ready? Where are you? But like I said, those, you get 5 bands for like $8 off of Amazon. Sit down and be quiet. So, I don't know. So that's one thing that I've done. And then I'm just going to keep sharing a little bit in my challenge groups over the next few weeks about the 80-day obsession to get those people excited to do it with me. So, all right, she's here. All right. We'd like to introduce Felisha Hurst. Felisha actually did an Instagram, or she's in a group where they did an Instagram training. And so she was just super pumped up and excited to share with us what she had learned. A little bit about Felisha. She's a mom of 5 kids. She's my sister. We look nothing really alike. She has red hair, or I have red hair. She has blonde hair. I have freckles. She has tan skin, so it's weird. And she has blue eyes. I have brown. And yeah, but if you hang out with us, we kind of are the same. We have a few of the same gestures. And yeah, she's an Insanity, PIO, P90X instructor. She's also a massage therapist. She's a Beachbody coach. She's been coaching for a little over 3 years. She is a lifetime diamond coach. And yeah, so take it away. You're muted. Let me unmute you. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me now? Yes? Wait. Okay, I'm unmuted. Okay. Awesome. So I did the training, like Crystal said, and it was super exciting. So I would get a pen and paper down because I wrote gobs and gobs of notes. So I'm just going to tell you straight up how my notes were. So first of all, for Instagram, raise your hand if you're on Instagram. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so it could go both ways with Instagram and Facebook, but the first and foremost thing that you need to create or find is who you are. Determine who you are, as you can write down your passions, your interests, your struggles. Like, what are your hobbies? Are you an introvert, an extrovert? Like, what is you? That's what I was going to say. That's not what I wanted to say, but who are you, and what kind of things describe you in this small little bubble? If you had to write it down, write all those things down. Like, who are you? That's the first and foremost thing that I want you to do, is just to write down who you are. For myself, I am extremely introverted, but I put on a microphone when I teach, and I am a completely different person. I don't know what it is, but I put on the microphone and I talk about the most random things, and I'm like, why did I just say that? That was stupid. So I don't know. I just introverted. When I have to talk to people, I really shut down and I don't really express myself. But when I put on that microphone and I teach a class, I am completely extroverted. Hobbies that I personally like, you could write this down. I was trying to whittle with this one, and I was like, I don't even know what my hobbies are. I work out. That's my hobby. Like, that's pretty much all I do. And kids. A clean house, can that be a hobby? I would like that. That would be great. It doesn't ever happen, honestly, if you ever come to my house. So, sorry. Passions, health and fitness, obviously. My passions for myself, when I was trying to describe myself, I was thinking, I was like, I'm like a modern day hippie in a good way. So hopefully I don't offend anybody with that. But I was like, I kind of want that garbage can where I can put all my banana peels and all my fruits and like all my food extras, and then I can put them into my garden. Like, I want to be kind of that person. Like, that's me. And I recycle. Like, I want to be conscientious of the health or of the earth, and I just want to give back to the earth and do these like cool weird things. Like, I would love to have chickens and goats. Like, those are things I say I would want. Maybe if I had them I wouldn't say that, but like, I would love to just have goat's milk and like all these kind of cool weird things that aren't modern, but I like the modern stuff. Anyway, that's kind of just a little bit things. And then struggles, like, what do you struggle with? I struggle with self-doubt and belief and believing in myself, and just it's like being in this business for 3 years and you just feel like you're just like like you're just not ever getting up to that top ladder. It's like, that is a struggle for me, but I just have to keep knowing that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. Like, I'm here, I'm building, I'm growing, and things are moving forward. That's a struggle for me. Depression, seasonal depression for myself. It's the time, it gets dark at 5 o'clock here. It's the absolute worst. I hate it, but I'm trying to love it. I don't know if I will, but I have lights and different things that I'm trying to help me overcome with that struggle. So kind of write down who you are, and then we're going to go to step number 2. So you're going to create your dream avatar. And after this call, I went into a massage. I was doing a massage, and sometimes people don't talk to me in a massage, and it's absolutely fantastic because then I get time to think. It sounds super weird, but they're quiet, and then I get an hour and a half where I can just think and focus, and that's like my best, most. I wish I could like plug in like a plug to my brain and then write down everything I'm thinking when I'm in a massage, because it's so creative. I come out and it's like gone, and I'm like, what the heck? But I was sitting there in my massage, and I was like, what would my dream avatar be? And for myself, I picture an actual avatar, the blue woman, if you've not seen Avatar. And then I like crossed her with like Wonder Woman. And then like this weird modern hippie mom. I don't know. I wish I could have somebody draw it up because it would be pretty amazing. I don't know. I guess it's me. But I just think of this Amazon woman who can go out and fish and do all these cool, badass things. My kids are over there. So, sorry, doing all these awesome things, but yet I have like zero fears. No fears of scuba diving, the water. I just think of Survivor. I love Survivor. And so I watch it and I'm like, ooh, what would I do if I was on that show? I was like, I would go hunt and I would go fish and I would get under the water and I would spearfish and I would come out and be like, I'm going to cook you dinner. Like, that's kind of the type of avatar that I dream of being and want to be. I want to be this fearless leader who could just go in and be 100% confident in everything I do, even though inside I'm probably screaming and like, what the heck? So that's kind of my avatar. So create your avatar who you want to be and then be it. So that's where I'm like moving into the next step, is being that avatar that I want to be. So write down those lists of things that you want to be in your dream avatar. Is it going to be fun? I kind of want to see what you guys write down. So number 3 is 3 to 5 pillars or topics that we're going to start talking about in your posts and what you want to share. So your first one is, what do I want to share? Like, what is your main goals when you're posting on social media? What do you want to share? Like, that's your first one. And second one, what do I want to be known for? Like, if I was to leave this earth, what do I want to be known for? If something were to happen to me and I wasn't here, what do I want people to remember me being and doing and about? I mean, we just never know. So what do you want to be known for? And your third one, what do you want your page to like or look like? So for me, it's kind of hard because you have to pick the colors that you want for your page to look like. I know some people are super artistic, and so theirs are a little more dark, and I wouldn't say dingy, but they just have that rustic kind of artistic feel. I am not artistic at all. I don't know how to decorate. I don't know how to do any of those cool things. And so for myself, I like the light, airy background. And so when I'm in my basement, it's not very light and airy. It's super dark and just like kind of dungeon scary. And so I like working out upstairs because my walls are gray. They have white trim. Like, it just looks clean. So it's like, what do you want your page to look like? And then create it. If that means, like, Natasha's super good about photos, and I wish I had a photographer that I could just rely on and be like, hey, take pictures of me and like do some super cool stuff. So maybe she could give us some ideas on what your page wants to look like. It's like, what do you want when people come to your page? What do you want to grab their attention with? Is it cool colors? Is it black and white and then bold print? Like, figure out what you want your page to look like. And then what are like the top 3 to 5 things that kind of define you? Obviously, health and fitness for all of us. If you're a mom, that's one. And like food, if you love cooking or various things, like what are the 3 to 5 things that when people come to you, they're just going to grab with attention and say, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. You love to cook. Your mom, like what kind of will pull people into you with those 3 to 5 kind of top things about you. Okay, so number 4 is a photos theme. So I kind of already talked about like, what do your page want to look like? With the tripods and the lighting, I'm going to turn my thing around. So I have one of these, well, you can't even see it, but it's one of those O-ring, well, it's not an O-ring, I don't know what that is, but it's one of, yeah, okay, yeah, so you have a little phone one. So I have one that goes on my phone. I don't love it as much, but I have that. And then when it's like shining on me, I was like, oh, I look so good. Well, I don't know if I do, but anyway. So it's what kind of things are going to make your photos pop out. Sorry, my kids are in the bath. It's great. If you have a tripod, so when you're videoing yourself, do you have a tripod? I personally bought this one, and I can post a link to the stuff that I bought, and it'll fit my phone. Sometimes I have to take the case off because the case is kind of bulky, but then when I'm doing my photos, they're stabilized, they're sturdy, and then you can turn it. Well, this one I haven't figured out how to turn. So this one only stays this way, but in my big tripod with my light, I can turn it sideways, and that's how I film all of my videos for Instagram. And when you do, kind of side note, when you do Instagram stories, if you do it this way, they're just going to look better because when you do it this way, they like cut it all out and it shrinks it. Especially if you do your photos, you'll take it this way and then you go to post it and you're like half your arm is, I don't know, your whole body spatial thing is off. So kind of define who you are. And one thing that she said doing is get ready for the day. I don't know if that ever happens for myself, but get ready for the day and then do a ton of stockpile photos. Like Crystal and I could go out and we'd be like, hey, we're just going to take a bunch of photos of each other somehow or in our homes and then change your outfits. So you're just going to stockpile your photos and then keep them on your computer or on your phone and use them for future times. Like if you don't have anything to post about, you'll have something to grab super quick, and then you're like, oh, I didn't even shower today. Oh my gosh, I don't want to post about that. I mean, there's only so many times you can post that you haven't showered. I mean, I'm smelly all the time, so I guess I could post about that. But change your outfits, change your hair, like do it up, make it different, and just have a stockpile of photos that you can use. And we kind of do it when we go to Summit. We take a bunch of pictures, and then I pull from those pictures every so often, like you're not using the same ones. So maybe when we go to Summit, we can do that, and we'll just have like a photo shoot and just change our outfits, change our hair. Well, not, well, you know, like somebody could do my hair because I don't know how to do that either. So, yeah, so just try and figure out how you want your page to look in your pictures and your photos, and then just compile them in a folder and have them ready to go. So if you're in a bind and you don't have any time to do a post or take a picture, you have that. And I also, in my phone on my notes app, I have a section just for posts that I'll copy and save, and then I have one for like coaching posts, and then like challenge groups, like different things that have worked in the past. And like sometimes my memories will pop on Facebook, and I was like, ooh, I got a lot of comments on that, and so I'll copy it and save it. So if I'm like running short out of time, I can just copy it, change the wordage a little bit if I need to, the dates, and then take one of those stockpile photos and then post it. So it's super fantastic if you're short on time, and even using like Postcron or scheduling it through Facebook, you can do that as well. I just canceled my Postcron because everything on Facebook you can schedule, and with the challenge tracker app, everything is scheduled. So I was like, I really don't even need it. So you can schedule those posts ahead of time if you know you're going to be busy during those busy hours that are on. And I think on Instagram, Instagram you can't, unless I could never figure out Postcron on Instagram. It never worked for me. So did you guys find that out? Okay. So Instagram is a little tricky, but for Facebook, you can obviously do it, and then you could just copy it over and post onto Instagram if you're doing back-to-back stuff. Okay, so number 5, I kind of already discussed using your notes app, grab a quick post. So that was number 5. Sorry, I didn't go into that. Okay, go get into your bath or bed. Sorry. Okay, shh. Okay, go get bread. So I already talked about that. That was number 5. Sorry, was grabbing your notes app and just stockpiling social media posts and then using them. And she even talked about using photos during the day and then use them later at night. Like nobody cares that it's dark outside. So if you're stockpiling those photos and it's daytime, who cares? Like just post something at night and it still will be light and fun, and people are like, ooh, that's a cool photo. Like it's going to be something that's going to grab their attention, because you're scrolling through Facebook, and if you see a blurry picture, are you going to click on it or want to know what they're doing? Like I don't. And if you're using a stock photo of Beachbody products, most cases people are not going to click on it unless you have your picture in there or something that's going to grab them to you. Because I see so many people with the makeup companies, and they're just posting their mascara or posting their palettes or whatever, their lipstick or something, and that doesn't grab me to them. I just kind of scroll by, and I'm like, I don't want to see your mascara. I want to see your eyes with your mascara on your face, or your before and after. So if you're using those types of things, like I don't even have a bag of Shakeology, but I have a P90X hat. So instead of just taking a stock photo of this, you can just wear the hat, like talk about P90X. Like I did a random post on P90X, and I was like, who has never completed P90X? And I got so many comments on P90X. Like it was crazy. And so just, I don't know, think outside of the box. Don't think in the box, think outside. Okay, so, okay, number 6. Let's see. If you have a business account on Instagram, raise your hand if you do or don't. Is it personal? Okay, so she talked about moving or kind of getting your personal account more into a business account for Instagram. So then it gets insights for your pages, and then timing. And then people they just stay more engaged, I guess, if it's a business account versus, and mine's a business account, and then it goes straight to when I post on my Instagram, it goes to my Facebook page for fitness, not my personal one. And so she talked about kind of converting it back to the business account side for Instagram and for Facebook. So then you get those little insights where it gives you the graphs and everything, and when people are timing in and who's what area they're actually in for your, like who's seeing your post and who's not, like women, men, like what area of the country and whatnot. And then, so yeah, so just if you're not there, like I wouldn't create a new account. I would just, we could figure out how to switch it over to one. I'm not sure how you do that. I think it's in your settings.
It's in your settings. It's super simple.
Okay, good. That's why she's my sister. Okay, so in your settings you can. I kind of played with it the other day because I was trying to figure out some stuff. So just kind of play around with it, and if you have questions, you can ask Crystal. My media grasp is like, okay, so from there, let's see. I want to kind of go into your business account and talking about growing your account and the amount of followers that you have and asking questions when you're posting. And I know the whole, how many hashtags do I put them in? Like you can put some in your post, but then you can do a separate first comment with at least 20 hashtags, and also do a geotag on your post. On there, when you're posting, it'll say like what city you're in. And unfortunately for Utah, there's not, I mean, I'm in Provo, and I could say I'm from Salt Lake, but I'm not. It's 40 minutes away. But she talked about geotagging your post. And so any post that I've taken, like when I'm by the beach, I don't say I'm from the DR because I was like, we're not in the DR. Like we can't help people in the DR. So I'm like, I'm in Florida. So I'll put Florida. And so it's getting a different engagement the last week of me doing just a geotag on my posts and doing like the closest city to you are. So it doesn't always have to be Provo, but it's like Orem or like somewhere near you. And those posts pull through on those people near you. And so using hashtags, and I also keep in my notes app a bunch of hashtags that I just kind of use, and I have like chunks of them. So I'll have like 20 at a time that I'll use, or I'll like pick and choose and then add to some. And then using little smaller hashtags so you'll be seen more. I notice when you do fitness, you're not going to be seen unless you have 1 million followers. You're like that fitness hashtag, fitness, faith, and family. Those 3 hashtags, you're just not ever going to be seen because there's such a wide range of people that it's kind of useless to use them. So be a little more strategic, like you could do fit family or something, a smaller hashtag. And when you pull up your hashtags, it'll tell you how many. And so kind of pick one that's a little bit smaller. So when people are searching for that, yours will pop up instead of somebody else's in fitness. And then with that, when you're doing, yes.
Dusty won't let me in the bath.
Okay, but he's showering.
No, he's taking a bath. He won't let me in.
Okay, I'm on the phone call. Can you just go figure it out?
He won't let me in.
Okay, I love you. Did you wash your feet?
He won't let me in.
Okay, shh.
The bath.
Okay. Ah! All right. Get my zone here. With that, when you're doing your posts, think about your captions that you want to use. Like the first sentence, it has to grab your attention and make you want to read more. So think about your first captions when you're first doing your posts and how you're wording it. And so when people are scrolling through, it's going to grab their eye and be like, ooh, I want to read more what she has to say. So you're pulling them in, so then they'll keep reading your posts and they'll be more engaged that way. So focus more on your captions and what you're using for Instagram and Facebook, like any social media platform on that. And with that, I kind of want to gear into stories, Instagram stories, and you can do them on Facebook as well. But Instagram stories are super hot right now. I don't know if that will change. I don't know. People love seeing people's lives. I don't know. I get sucked into the stupid stuff. So I'm like, people got to get, I don't know. Anyway, so using the stories, and you can story all day, every day. And quite honestly, just get on there and just talk. And when you're doing a picture or a photo or a video, tag like smaller companies that you're shopping. So like your clothes, wherever you got them at, if it was like Target or like whatever brand you use, like do like a little tag on it and do whatever at, and then you can do Target. Use hashtags, like smaller things, like don't over hashtag it so it's like, But I took a picture of my stockings the other day, and then I would just like put like a small little one. It was like super tiny, and it just said at Target. So people that pull up things will see your post a little bit more, and then you're kind of reaching that same target that is targeting yourself. As well as restaurants and like local boutiques. If you shop at smaller boutiques, like tag them, because they have a smaller following, some of them. And so those people who see you tagging the small boutiques are going to see your photos when they're going to search, and then they're like, ooh, that's cute. Or it's just going to grab their attention, and they're going to want to follow you a little bit more. So, and you can even, and sometimes you can share stuff, and then sometimes the companies will shout you out as like a, hey, that was awesome. Thanks for shouting me out. And kind of both ways, you guys can both get followers that way. With Instagram stories, sharing your recipe. Like, don't put on there, I was like big on putting Shakeology or Beachbody, or try not to do that and talk about the superfoods, or I'm drinking 6 salads in a glass. Like, be creative in the way that you word it. And with like your pre-workout, say this is a plant-based pre-workout, like it's fueling my body. So you're not always just using Beachbody Performance. So you're targeting different people and not just Beachbody coaches, because they're all putting that same thing, and that's going to target the same coaches. So when you share your recipe, like do your shake every day. I'm not very good about that because I'm like, but just get on there and just kind of go through your day. Like, I'm pretty good in the morning, and then I don't know what happens, and then it's like, blah, it falls off the planet. So I'm trying to get better about like little snippets of my day. And even with photos, you can do the same thing. So you're not always on there talking, but you can do snippets of pictures and stuff. Obviously your workout, you can do videos. Like, I do short clips. They're only 15 seconds long, so they're not super long. And some of the apps that I use for Instagram is HypeType, HYPETYPE. And I have an iPhone, so I don't know if they work for Android. And then Spark Post. And you can go in there and put your video or picture in there, and then you can add cool font on there, so then it pops up and it's kind of cool, and it fits the Instagram story, what would it be? Like outline, I guess, per se. So those pertain apps. Like, you can even search Instagram apps or editing for Instagram, and stuff will pop up, and you could download it and use it and try it. So do those kind of things and make it different so it stands out to people when they're reading your stories. And post about your shake, your workout, your personal development. I'm usually in the car, and so I'll just post, or like as you're listening to your personal development, just hit the, hands-free one, and then I'll just give a little snippet, and then you can talk about it afterwards and be like, this was so good. This is what I took away. This is my little nuggets that you guys can do in helping build your mind, not only your body. So talk about your personal development and how you're growing, how you're expanding not only yourself, but your mind and everything else in your business. And invite on your Instagram stories. I haven't done that yet. I feel like I was good about it, and then some days I get super like, what do I do? So invite on your Instagram stories, explain it, talk about it live. You could go live. I did, which I didn't get anybody from. I did a Insanity Live asylum workout on Halloween, because it was Halloween, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so fun. It kicked my butt, but I went in afterwards and was talking about it, and I need to get better about going into my settings and seeing who's seeing my videos, and then private messaging them and saying, thanks for loving my posts or watching my stories, and just interacting, engaging with them. So they know you're there and that you're present, and you're not just there about the sell, and you want to get to know them. And talk to your girl on Instagram. So that avatar girl that we talked about, talk to her on Instagram. Like, who are you trying to target? You don't want to go target, like I'm trying to target moms, but sometimes I feel like, I don't know, other moms don't want to, I don't know. Anyway, so my little avatar is usually like younger 20s, like newer moms who want to get started on something, they quite don't know how. I don't know, I guess I just attract to that, which is fine. That's great. So those are my people that I'm talking to. That's my girl. Inside, I guess maybe I'm only 20, so I'll take it. So geotag on your Instagram story. Like you could do random geotags, maybe not all the time, but occasionally, like when you're traveling. I know my husband hates that. He's like, then everybody knows we're out of town. They're going to rob us. And I was like, whatever, when you take it off. So just do random geotags and then just find your brand for Instagram story and then just stand out and own it. Like that's who you are. And I guess I'm like struggling with who I am because I don't know. I'm like this Mormon mom who's not quite proper, but like I don't fit into that Mormon standard of like prim and proper. Like I just have this, not cruel. I have this like this dirty sense of humor. And so people don't get that. And so I'm trying to like figure out who I am. So we can figure this out together. Let's see. And then be proactive on your people's stories. I talked about that. Like watch their stories, comment like crazy. And the more you post on your Instagram stories, the more it's going to pop up because it's just going to keep cycling through and they're going to see your face again and again and again. So they're not only seeing your posts, but they're seeing your stories. And they're like, wow, who is this chick? Like, what the heck is she all about? And then start building that relationship with them. And the more you comment on their stuff and the more you interact with them, the more you're going to, or the faster you're going to build that connection with them and that relationship with them. So just start building that relationship now. Oh, and there's one more thing with apps that I like. There's Canva app for editing and Afterlight. And then she talked about one is called Visco. I haven't looked that one up yet. And she talked about texting, not a ton. There's Rohana Designs, RHONNA Designs. And I have her stuff, and I actually bought some of their stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that. But she has lots of cute background stuff, like floral stuff. I think I don't know how to access it. Like my background for my daily affirmations, like I typed it up and then put it on my phone from that app. Super cute stuff like florals, prints. I don't know, super cute. And utilize the Instagram filters. Utilize them. Kind of find which one fits for you and go black and white and then add bold print and then you can do like a cool filter. Just change it up so it's different and you're not always doing the same things. And always remember that's 80% value and 20% business. And so you want to be value driven. So maybe it would be great to write down what your values are and what your goals are for your business and how you're going to create that value in your posts and how can I give more? Like she talked about give. Like this is a give thing. And eventually you can ask, but it's like, how can I serve you better? How am I helping those people who want to follow me better? Like that needs to be on your forefront mind always is how can I serve them better? What can I offer them that's going to attract them to me? So keeping that in mind as you go forward with posting. I swear there was one more page I wanted to talk about, but maybe not. Oh, there is. It's on my other side.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Felisha. Oh, there we go.
Sorry. So yeah, posting on Instagram, and she talked about, if you've ever followed Chalene Johnson, it looks like a magazine cover. When you see her stuff, it just looks really sharp and clean and just precise. And post on Instagram like it's a magazine. So like you just had your own little magazine cover and you're like, ooh, this is going to be great. Post like it's that. Post super clean photos and just really grab those people and target them. And she talked about going to like smaller boutiques near you or far away and going to their followers and go love on them and like their stuff and send them DMs and just get to know them better. Same with like little boutiques or areas around you that have like a smaller following. Go in and see who their followers are and then just start commenting and liking their stuff. Let's see. And then just being like a continued inspiration. So, so with the continued inspiration, like if you go on there and if you see something you like on Instagram, you can click on that little tag. Looks like a little, let me find a post. I guess it looks like a little, you can't see it, but it looks like It's just like a square. It looks like a ribbon piece on the right-hand side of your screen. And you can click on that and it will save to a folder on your Instagram. And then you can recreate it, like reword it in your own way. If you find something that you're like, that was really great. Like, I love how they posted or told that. And just like recreate it, but make it your own. But then, like, if you see a photo that you like and you're like, oh, that'd be an awesome photo, I could do that. Save it to that collections folder. And then you kind of don't have to come up with a ton of stuff. But then you're not copying them per se because it's you, and then use your own verbiage and go from there. And lastly, storytelling. I know we've heard this over and over and over, is tell your story, and I can't even remember like the little thing. What is it? I can't think right now. Share your story, don't be salesy. I don't know. There's something that's super cute and rhymes, but that's not it. But just share your story and be vulnerable. I notice the more vulnerable I am, the more connections I get with people, because those same people are struggling with the same thing. So if you're struggling with something, somebody else is struggling, and maybe they don't want to admit it, but you just did. And so now they're feeling like, oh, wow, this girl is wanting to talk about it. I have a connection with her. And so those people really find that connection with you when you're incredibly vulnerable with them and willing to kind of admit to those vulnerability areas, which I know is super uncomfortable, but you have to get out of your comfort zone to get to that point of that many followers. If you want to increase your followers, you have to be vulnerable with them. And I know it's like peeling off an onion. You're not going to just expose everything about whatever you're struggling with, but you're just peeling off layer off layer off layer and talking little bit by little bit about stuff. So the thing that you are afraid to share is the thing that you need to share. Let me say that again. The thing you are afraid to share is the thing you need to share. So don't be afraid to share stuff. Like, I mean, you don't have to be an open book, but just be real with people, be honest with people. And I try and be that way, and I don't want to fluff it at all. And sometimes I feel like I get, that's where I'm kind of struggling with my little avatar lady, is I want to be super bold with people, but I don't know how, because then I don't want to offend people and blah, blah, blah. But that's kind of how I am. There's no fluff and buff. If you want to get fit, you got to do the work. You can't just say, hey, wow, I woke up and I was like, wow, 10 pounds less. You have to do the action steps. And so I feel like a lot of people just don't talk about that. But just share it with your people. Love on them and create those relationships like they've always talked about. Like, it's about creating the relationships, because that's what's going to bring them back to you. Even if they don't want to join you right away, they're still going to remember you and how you treated them. So kind of the golden rule. Treat them how you want to be treated, and they'll come back to you. Hey, Rocky. So that's kind of all I have. I am out of breath, but do you guys have questions? You might have to watch this 10 times, but.
I have an idea for you, Felisha.
Okay.
That was really awesome, by the way. I took a lot of notes. So, you know how we said, like, find who you are? And I feel like it's so hard to find who we are when it comes to ourselves, but it's so easy to tell someone else who they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that just made me actually a post for tomorrow. And you should do. And you should just kind of like ask your followers, like, who are you, right? And then the followers are going to see who you are, and it might just kind of like surprise you to what they're going to say, and then by that, you can use some of that, and then that's going to, I don't know, help you to create what to post or things like that.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Or like maybe we could just kind of in a team, like together in the team page or something, right? And just kind of like everybody posts about everybody, and just kind of who's Felisha, who's Lynn, who's Crystal, and who's Teresa. And yeah.
It'll be fun.
Because it's hard.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me, is like trying to figure out like I don't know. It's just like this little weird, I'm kind of quirky weird. Like, I don't know how to describe myself. So maybe Crystal can.
So we actually did this when I was in Mexico just last month. There was like 5 of us just chilling in a pool. And Jillian, she actually brought it up. We were sitting with Keisha Fitzgerald and Jackie, and I think it was Megan, Getke, me, and Jillian. And Jillian was like, hey, why don't we just like go around the circle and everybody say what we think each other's superpowers are. And it was really cool, like hearing what other people thought of me and what I thought of them. And actually a lady from the UK, she came over and she was like, I have never heard of a group of women talk so highly about each other. She's like, this is incredible. And she just went on and on and on. But it was just really cool, just like doing that kind of activity and like hearing people like, you know, you're like, and then you just start crying because you're like, oh, that really is me, you know, but it was just so cool. So maybe we can do something about that. Maybe we can like be like a coach of the week and just be like, this is what we love about you kind of thing. And I think that would be cool too.
Maybe we should do like on tomorrow or Friday, be like, just have somebody like at the post of the title say, what is your superpower? What do you think my superpower is? And then they could post a picture of them and then just write in the comments below of everybody's photo. And then we can kind of just, I don't know.
Or you could do like a collage. Yes, you can do that, and then just kind of do 4 people at a time.
Oh yeah.
And then every day it's somebody different, and then kind of like underneath in the comments you have to write something, a superpower, like you said.
Yeah.
One for those 4 people, and then if 20 people comment, then you're going to get 20 superpowers to yourself, right?
Yeah.
And if it's something repetitive, then you know this is a huge power you have.
Yeah, I love that.
That's fun.
I love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Cool. Well, I took a lot of notes, so I'm going to go back and listen to the recording. Anyone else have any questions for Felisha?
Do I sound very mean when I talk?
No.
No. Only to your kids. Just kidding. I was yelling at Rock the whole time. I'm like, get out of here!
You saw Connor. I'm like, go away.
All right, cool.